So I recently picked up this. A brand new iPhone 11 Pro 256GB in midnight green. But there is one major thing that people really aren't talking about on YouTube, and I think it might sway your decision if you're looking into buying one of these. So to give you guys a little bit of background, I am an iPhone user for a very long time. These are all of the iPhones that I have had. I've kept every single box, and every receipt from them are in these boxes when I bought them, which is pretty cool. My very first iPhone was an iPhone 4 white, which back then this thing was game changing, and I got the white as soon as it came out. Everybody else had the black ones for about 3 months before, got the white. Anyways, my latest iPhone was this. An iPhone X 256GB, and this thing was groundbreaking when it came out. It had a bigger screen than the iPhone 8 Max in a smaller body, which I've always liked the smaller versions of the iPhones. So that phone came out a little over 2 years ago. And as the newer phones have come out, I've never really had a reason to get a new iPhone. Now lately, iPhones have been keeping the same body structure for at least 3 generations. The iPhone X, the iPhone XS, and the iPhone 11 are all basically the same exact phone. I was really wanting to hold off until the iPhone 12 came out to have something different, a little bit more exciting. But I recently dropped my iPhone X and the Face ID stopped working. So I think I might have cracked the cameras that use Face ID in the actual phone or screwed something up. But I use so many different apps, and using it to get into my phone, it was the biggest pain in the butt not having Face ID. So I decided that I'm gonna bite the bullet and see what's up with the iPhone 11s. Now, I very specifically wanted the 256, the regular 11 Pro, the smaller one, and the midnight green, which was very hard to find, especially right now with the coronavirus going on. If you guys are watching this later in time, people are freaking out. Hopefully, there's still people around after I make this video. Hopefully the coronavirus doesn't wipe everyone out. Anyways, I'm gonna tell you guys what I think of the iPhone 11. I've had it for about a week. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you about the number one thing that people really aren't talking about that really drew me in. All right, so everyone knows about the cameras on these phones. It's really cool to have the wide angle, the zoom, and the night vision or whatever it's called whenever you're taking pictures. But as a DSLR user, all of that is doing is slowing the shutter speed down. So even when you're using the phone, if you move it all, you're gonna get a blurry picture. The cameras are great. I love the camera. I love taking pictures. I love the wide angle, like I said. It's super clear, super crisp. It's a good point, which was the major selling features for these phones. The second thing I really like is the battery life. Over time, your batteries are obviously gonna degrade, and this thing literally will last me all day. It's got the fast charger, and what I've noticed is really important is once I hit about 10%, it takes a long time to get down to 0. Versus my iPhone X that once it hit 10, you maybe had 10 minutes left. But with this thing, it seems like an hour will go by and it'll be okay. But what really sold me on this is how much better the reception is, how much more service I get in areas that I didn't get with my iPhone X. I did a little bit of research. I found that this thing handles LTE better because of newer technology in the last 2 years, probably better service and better networks and whatnot, but there's areas that I live in that I know for a fact that I did not get service in with my iPhone X, and I get LTE with this. Now there was a point where I thought maybe I'll take this back. I don't know yet, I was on the fence. Verizon gives you 2 weeks to take it back and you pay like a $30 restocking fee. But the number one thing that sold me that nobody is talking about is the fact that this thing gets so much better service than the older iPhones. And I can only imagine if you have like an iPhone 7, an iPhone 8, things like that that are 5 years old, 4 or 5 years old. If you're thinking about it, let that be your number one decision. Because not having service sucks. And this thing does a really good job at not sucking. All right guys, thanks for watching this video. Drop me a comment, let me know what you're thinking. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.